Welcome to episode 12, 6th/7th weeks of the semester checklist. Y'all, my cheeks are hurting because I am recording all of the checklists all together and I have been smiling so much. I just wanted to share that human moment with y'all. Let's talk about midterms. So generally, midterms are between weeks 6 through 8. But we're going to say in our imaginary schedule that this is the beginning of midterm season. What are midterms? They are midpoint grades. They give us an opportunity to check in to see where we are. They are not your permanent grades, though they will be found for most schools on your unofficial transcript. They are not permanent. So what does that mean? That means after midterms, your grade can stay the same, it can go up, or it unfortunately can go down. That being said, it's also a point where you can be realistic with yourself. So why do I say that? So let's say you've had a very tough semester that has already proven to be unsuccessful. You missed a lot of work, and unfortunately, maybe you have lower grades like a D or an F. I will say this. College is not like some high school courses where you can not only make up work or not, but the way the grade is, which is cumulative, which also means that it's very difficult if you're unfortunately having a D or F to get an A at the end of the semester. I've seen students go from like a C to a high B, rarely a low A from a C. I've seen students who've gone from an F to a D to a low C. Also seen students go from an A to a C. I've seen students go from a C to an F, or from a B to a D. But I will say this, it's harder to bring your grade up than it is for your grade to fall. And that's why it's so important, and that's why I talk about the support services, because midterm season might have some of us feeling down about ourselves and about our grades. And so that's why it'll be great to have the support services, to be able to make the friends, to have the community, to join the clubs, to really just have that support system, one in which you contribute to and not just benefit from, but to have that symbiotic relationship with folks so that you all can support each other. Because sometimes what happens with students is they see their midterm grade and then they get so upset about it and then they don't do any more work. And then we know that if you don't continue to do work, your grade will drop. And that's not what we want. So that's why I just want to make sure that we're putting midterm season in its proper place. So let's actually talk about the checklist. What are we doing? We are checking the grading section of our syllabus. You want to know what your major or minor assignments are worth, how much attendance factors into your grade if that's an option. If you have any tests, how many, the percentage. You just want to make sure you're checking that. The other thing, which I basically shared, is we're facing our grades. I know sometimes we get nervous about our grades and we're like, oh, I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to look. You want to look. Even if you have to have somebody on the phone with you while you're looking at your grades, someone holds your hand with you while you're looking at your grades, face your grades. I know it's not easy, but you don't want to ignore your grades, whatever they are. The last thing, particularly if you decided to have mentors and set up, that mentorship expectation and agreement, if you will, this is a great time to actually set up a meeting with your mentor to check in about your midterm grades so that you all can have a conversation about what's working well, what's not, and what support you might need. And maybe you have them there with you when you are checking your grades. And remember, this is just the order I chose. The checklist might look a little different for you. That's all we have for this episode. And as we say here at Boosie Teaches, in a galaxy of learners, Boosie Teaches likes the way. I'll see you in the next episode.